Hey guys, if you don't know, my name's Jessie and I'm the Dirt Bike Girl. And I want to share a personal story today about how dirt biking changed my life. And I want you guys all to, in the comments, share with me how dirt biking changed your life and what impact it had on you. So, for me, I've suffered from debilitating depression and anxiety my entire life. I remember being real little. Some of my earliest memories is a fear of losing my grandmother and a fear of what would happen when she died. And it didn't get better as I got older. I always had the worst case scenario on my mind. And the older I got, the harder it got to cope with it. Until 2019 hit. And I hit the darkest, worst spot of my life. And I knew at that point that if I didn't get help, I wasn't going to make it through the year. So I did. I reached out, and that's really hard for me to do, is ask people for help. Especially because I keep people as far away from me as possible, so I don't have to worry about the pain of losing them. And I try not to have too much contact or interaction or develop relationships, which also would lead to more and more loneliness and depression. It was just a cycle that wouldn't end. But I did finally ask for help, and I did get help. But something was still missing. I was still terribly depressed, terribly lonely, and I didn't know what to do. COVID hit in 2020, and my father needed help. The school blew up, and he wanted me to come and help him. I have taught my whole life, and I enjoy doing it. So that's what I did. I came over and started teaching and started helping him. And since I was teaching, I knew I needed to step up my game on riding. And so that's what I did. I started riding more and more and teaching myself to be a better and better rider so I could be the example for my students. And slowly I started accomplishing things. I started getting better, and I started feeling better about myself. I started building my relationship with my father again. That was one of the greatest joys of my life, that we get to do this together, and it started to feel really good. I started helping people with their riding, and that felt really good. And people were coming up to me thanking me. I started meeting people out at the track and making friendships and following through on those friendships and talking to them and wanting to see people again and wanting to have friendships again. That felt really good, and it really started to improve my life, and everything around me started to fall into place. It's a really beautiful moment that I have now, that I have my dirt bike family, my real family, all in one, and that they're all here. That I get to teach people, and the gratification that comes from that, and the self-worth that comes from it. I still have anxiety, and I still have days of bad depression. But when it hits me, I just get on a bike and I go ride. And I can't be thinking about, hey, how the world's going to end, or who I'm going to lose, or what's going to happen. Because I have to be thinking about how to get around this turn, and how I can go faster. How can I do this wheelie? What can I do to make my bike better? What can me and my father go do together? Let's go video some of the guys out here. What are the kids up to? So I have other things on my mind these days. And it helps. It helps a lot. It's helped me focus. I have ADD, and sometimes I'm all over the place. But I know what I need to work on. And I try and focus on those things and keep my mind active on those things and not worry about the 20 other thoughts in the back of my head. We've worked with kids who have autism, and we've really seen some amazing things from them. It's an incredible experience, and one of the best parts is that I get to do this whole thing with my family. I think you can get this from any sport, but the fact that we get to all do it together, I don't see when kids go out to play football that they're all, the parents are out there with them, but when you come out to the track, the parents are riding, the kids are riding, all ages are out there riding. And we're all doing it together and learning and having fun together. This community is just unbelievable. And that's what I love about it. I've done a lot of sports I'm very athletic. I've done a lot of sports. Of course, I was into the horses, but it still wasn't like the family sport that dirt biking is. And I feel so lucky to be a part of this and blessed. And I wanted to share my experience with you guys. If you're on the fence about getting into riding, you got a kid with ADD and you don't know if he's going to focus enough, he's going to focus. Or she. Or you're not sure your wife is going to enjoy it. There's a place for all of us in this sport. And that is something that you can't take away from any of us. We can all do this. There's something for all of us. Even if it's just out cruising around on the street, there's always an adventure around the corner, always something new. And you know what? You find yourself along the way. And that's so cool. Or at least that's what happened for me. So I want to hear your stories in the comments. Please like, share. Thank you all for letting me be a part of this. You have no clue how much it means to me and how important you all are in my life. And remember, if you're having a bad day, it's only one down and the rest is up. Have a great day, guys.